Yeah, I'll throw a dollar.
Hey Pioneers, today we're going to be looking into the girls' soccer.
I'm Kate and I'm a center back. The dynamic looks really good this season. I think we're a pretty close team and we work really well together.
Good afternoon. My name is Alex Ramft.
And I'm Justice Sullivan. Welcome to the Grid.
Boys soccer had a great week, extending their win streak to 3, beating St. Edward's 6-1 on Saturday and beating OCC division opponent Dublin Kaufman 6-2 on Tuesday. The boys look to play in Upper Arlington and continue their win streak.
Girls soccer fell to 3-4-3 this week, losing a close one on Saturday to Springboro 2-1, as well as a loss 3-0 to Dublin Kaufman. But they were able to bounce back with freshman Chloe Theobald's 2 goals and a 3-1 win against Lexington.
Field hockey had a nice win 3-0 against Hilliard Derby. Layla Meach had 2 goals in the win. Tomorrow, the girls will take on Bishop Hartley at 2 p.m.
Girls golf placed 4th at the Orange Invitational. Amelia Ricker made first team.
Against Liberty, girls tennis lost 1-4, with the lone win coming from Aria Gala winning in 3 sets.
Girls volleyball had a big win, 3-0 over Hilliard Bradley last night, with sophomore Bree Bush and Delaney McAtee both having 7 kills, as well as junior Chloe Moore having 17 digs.
The Pioneers in football had another dominating performance against the Gahanna Lincoln Lions, 35-21. The boys will take on the 0-4 Berlin Bears tonight.
Lucas Fickle stampeded his way to 4 rushing touchdowns on the night. The Pioneers' defense held the Lions to only 1 touchdown in the second half, allowing the Pioneers to pull away with the victory. And now let's throw it over to the exclusive interview with the player of the game, Lucas Fickle.
Thanks guys. I'm Ryan here with Orange running back Lucas Fickle, who just had a stunning performance against Gahanna Lincoln with a total of 4 touchdowns. So Lucas, were there any specific plays or moments that really stood out to you during the game?
Man, I really liked I like MC's touchdown. It was really trick play. It was well executed, really well.
Which of your 4 touchdowns was the most memorable or satisfying, and why?
I like the first touchdown, the second touchdown actually, going into the second half because it really got the game moving and it gave us like momentum.
How do you prepare mentally and physically for a game like this?
Mentally, I try to go through every single play and see like what my role is and how I'm going to perform it as the best as I can. And physically, I just drink a lot of water and rest up.
How do you read the defense when you know you're about to get the ball? Do you have a certain keys that you're looking for?
Mostly, I'm just looking at the linebackers, like which way they're flowing and which direction I can like make a cut. So it's really that.
After scoring 4 touchdowns, how do you stay grounded and focused on improving for the next game?
I got a couple college coaches, hitting me up. So I try to stay focused so I can be better and really just get more looks.
Thanks, Lucas. Good luck on the rest of the season. Now back to the boys.
All right, now let's roll into the best part of the show, the pick'ems. We got some great games in football around the state and college and NFL level. So let's take a look. The first big high school game is your Olentangy Orange Pioneers taking on the Berlin Bears. I mean, you look at these 2 teams, they're polar opposites. One team is struggling at 0-4. One team is dominating at 4-0. I think this one's pretty simple. I'm going to take the Nears here in a dominating victory.
Yeah, I'm just going to go right with you. Obviously, with how good the Nears have looked, they're not losing to an 0-4 team at home or actually it's away at Berlin, but they're still not losing to the Bears. People might consider, oh, it's a trap game, whatever, because it's at Berlin. They got good energy, but they're 0-4. The Nears aren't going to lose.
I agree. And then we go over here to the big noon kickoff. Technically, it's 3:30 because it's in it's in a different time zone. But we got Texas Tech taking on Utah. The Utes are at home with Damian Dampier. Texas Tech has looked phenomenal, number one offense in the country. I think this is going to be a tough game to call. But I'm going to go Texas Tech. I like their offense a lot. I like them getting a nice road victory against Utah and being the front runner for the Big 12 championship.
Yep, and I'm going to go right with you with Texas Tech. It's going to be a very high-scoring game, I feel, but I think Texas Tech's offense is just too overpowering.
Then we got the big SEC matchup, the Sooners versus the Tigers. Oklahoma taking on Auburn. Auburn at home, I believe. So this one's going to be tough. I think, Oklahoma's at home for this one. So you got two quarterbacks who struggled their first years. Jackson Arnold, who played at Oklahoma last year, and then John Matier transferring from Washington State to now play at Oklahoma. He is the Heisman frontrunner, and I think this game's going to come down to quarterback play. And who do I trust more, the Heisman frontrunner, a guy who's had a couple struggle games? I'm going to go with the Heisman frontrunner. This team knows what Jackson Arnold and Auburn struggles with. I think that he struggles with blitzes and pressure on him, which I think Oklahoma's D-line is good enough to get pressure. I think he's going to make some bad decisions, bad errant throws. It's going to give Oklahoma the win pretty handily.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma is going to win by a lot more than people think. John Matier is my pick. Obviously, he's the Heisman frontrunner, but he's still my pick to win the Heisman this year. Played amazing against Michigan, which was a big win, but I don't see the Sooners losing. Now, the Big Ten matchup coming up. This one's a 7:30 kickoff, so late night. NBC's covering it. We got the Illini, the Fighting Illini more specifically, taking on the Hoosiers. What a great game this could be. This is going to I think this is going to decide who's the fourth best team in the Big Ten. I think Ohio State, Penn State, and Oregon have kind of separated themselves from the pack, and even Michigan, so maybe the fifth best team in the conference. This one's going to be tough. You got Luke Altmaier. Great quarterback. He's calm and steady in the pocket. I like what he does. But then on the other side, I think you have a better quarterback, in my opinion, in Fernando Mendoza, transferring from Cal. Curt Cignetti is going to be at home. I think he's also a slightly better coach than what we see at the Illini side. I think this is going to be really tough of a game, but I do actually think Illinois is going to win, not because of the quarterback play or anything like that. I think their defense will come through. I think they're a more accomplished team. We've seen a lot more of them. I haven't seen a lot of Indiana. They really haven't played anyone. This is their first real test. I think that's going to come back to bite them in the butt. Yeah, and I actually like Indiana here. I think that Curt Cignetti did a great job of filling the hole, losing Curtis Rourke, the Maple Missile. I mean, he was just outstanding for them last year, but he did a great job covering it. I'm going to take Indiana at home.
So then we got my Ravens taking on the Detroit Lions. Monday Night Football. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for this game. This game's going to be elite, especially with Ohio State playing this weekend. This is Notre Dame having a basic team. This is the game I'm really looking for. This is going to be tough. I think both teams have a very good chance of winning, but I can't pick against my babies in purple, the Ravens. I absolutely love this team. This team is going to be great. If they figure out the secondary, which they did not do against the Bills, they should dominate the Lions here, in my opinion. I think their roster through and through is much better. I think the running back, everyone talks about Jahmyr Gibbs. Why are we not talking about Derrick Henry? He is a fossil doing it at this age. It's insanity. And then Lamar Jackson's the best quarterback in the NFL. So I think it's going to be a high scoring affair. I'm talking like 40, 30 points. But I am going to take the Ravens to win that one. I think it'll be tough. And either way, I think whatever team loses will still be in a good position moving forward.
And as much as I don't like to do it, as a Bengals fan, I'm going to go with you on the Ravens here. The Lions really have not passed the eye test so far to what they're supposed to live up to this year, and I think the Ravens are looking great.
And then finally, now we get to talk a little bit about your team, the Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, some troubling injuries with Joe Burrow coming out for 3 months, I believe, with a turf toe. But even then, quarterback struggles on the Vikings have also been very apparent. The passing game has not been there. J.J. McCarthy's also hurt. So we're going to see Carson Wentz come out and start. He looked absolutely horrible last year when he played the few amount of games he did. But Jake Browning is also not great. This one's kind of hitter. It could be either team. I am going to go with the Bengals. I've been a little impressed. I've been pretty impressed with their defense. I thought it'd be a lot worse. I thought this Vikings defense is a little overrated. The Falcons definitely left up some points that they definitely should have gotten when they played. I'm going to go with the Bengals here. I think that Jake Browning is a solid QB that will get the job done. Jamar Chase is still Jamar Chase, and he's still going to get the ball to him. There's not really a corner on the Vikings I think can guard him really. Meanwhile, Jordan Battle's been playing phenomenal for the Bengals, so he might be able to help with Justin Jefferson, and obviously they're going to have to double team him. So I'm going to go with the Bengals here.
Yep, obviously as a Bengals fan, I'm going to have to agree with you. The Vikings quarterback struggles, I think, is really going to hurt them this year. Obviously, J.J. McCarthy coming off of an ACL tear from last year, I believe, and being out the whole year, coming in as basically his rookie season to play this whole year, didn't look great. Now he's hurt. Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning. It's just an absolute elite quarterback matchup this week.
For sure.
And also, I really like this Bengals defense. Obviously, they've given up quite a few points, but it's been an improvement. I think their draft was great with Shamar Stewart and Demetrius Knight. A very good combo. Demetrius Knight has played amazing so far, and I think the Bengals actually hold the Vikings to under 20 points in this game. So give me the Bengals.
That is wow, hot take. We'll have to check in on that one next week.
And that's all for our show today, Pioneers. Thanks for tuning into this week's edition to The Grit. Make sure to support your Nears in action this week. I'm Alex Ramft.
And I'm Joseph Culvin. We hope to see you next Friday right here on The Grit. And as always, roll Nears and claws down.